Ever wish you could swing a hot tub or heated pool? Here's an affordable way to have both. The first thing I needed was a small deck, which my son and I built in 4 hours. Before the start of the season, I like to empty off the deck and put some kind of wood protectant on it after sanding, so it's good to go for the rest of the year and looks like $1,000,000. Since the deck looked quite weathered this year, I decided to sand the top down to bare wood again for a fresh start. After a final sweep, I coated the deck with my favorite wood protectant called Olympic Water Guard in clear. This is a water-based product that doesn't tone the wood, which adds a good protective finish. I painted on the wood protectant, then allowed it to dry overnight. Now I have a fresh new looking deck for this summer's setup. Next up, here's how easy it is to set up an inflatable hot tub, which I purchased 3 years ago. I cleared off the deck, then covered it with a tarp for a little added protection for the tub. I then removed the tub from the original box I stored in over winter, screwed on the air plug, plugged it in, and used the remote control to inflate it in just a few moments. The tub was then positioned on top of the tarp. Then I topped it up with more air until the meter reading was accurate. After a little repositioning of the tub, I gave it a wipe down inside and out. Because I don't want the tarp to show, I cut around the perimeter of the tub, leaving a few inches to spare, then tucked the remainder of the tarp underneath the tub so it wouldn't show. Now I can appreciate that beautiful deck against the tub with no padding in sight. I then filled up the tub with water, which took about an hour. Here's tip number 2, how to easily manage those needed chemicals. I find using test strips alone creates a lot of guesswork. This is way easier and more accurate. I take a water sample to my local hot tub store and have them test the water for free. I start with skimming the water with a net, then I add one chemical at a time, waiting 15 minutes in between, using the bubble feature to mix up the water. Here's tip number 3, an inflatable top matters. Most hot tub covers will concave in once zipped in place, which catches rainwater. So then I purchased an inflatable baffle, which helps the rainwater roll off while further insulating the tub. Once inflated, I place it on top of the tub, then cover over top. Here's tip number 4, an easy shade fix. Since my tub doesn't have an overhead roof, I need some sun protection for when it gets really hot. I accomplish this with a simple patio table umbrella in a stand. Once the stand and post is positioned, I thread a bundt pan through the post, then attach the umbrella on top. Then I fill the pan with a few snacks and my sunscreen, and keep repositioning the umbrella where it helps the most. Finally, after all that, let's go have some fun. I built a simple ledge behind my tub with planks. However, even a simple stool will do to use for drinks or even a plant stand. I love the fact that I can choose between a hot tub and heated pool, depending on the weather and my chosen water temperature. Welcome to my little summer oasis, where I'll be spending every waking spare minute I have in either a hot tub or a pool, all summer long. Maybe even fall and winter too. This little setup gives me the best of both worlds while saving a ton of money and maintenance time. And I also have a super easy hack to share on how I built that deck without cutting any wood, and you don't have to be a pro. I'll spin the camera around and I'll show you. The way I built this deck was creating a square with 2x6s at 8 foot long first. Then in between the frame, I added more of the same kind of boards and attached them from the outsides with screws. And what that did was create a strong frame without cutting any wood. Then I added these planks on top and just screwed them into place. Once again, 8 foot long, so everything just became this beautiful, simple square box that could be built in under 4 hours between 2 people.
Grab a large planter and saucer to create a versatile centerpiece for your outdoor table. You'll have the most flexibility if you choose a planter that is wide and low. Start by drilling holes in the center of both the planter and the saucer. A 2-inch drill bit will create a hole that is the perfect size for most standard outdoor umbrellas. You now have a perfect centerpiece for your table that can be used in a variety of ways. To use for storage, Place the planter over the opening on the table with the saucer turned upside down on top, then insert your umbrella. The saucer now serves as a lid, and the planter can be used to store all of your summer essentials. The planter can also serve as a handy ice bucket. Use the planter alone and fill with ice to keep drinks cold and easily accessible. The gap between the hole in the planter and the umbrella allows the ice to neatly drain as it melts. You can also use the planter and lid to create an easy lazy Susan. Place the saucer, right side up, on top of the planter. The sides of the saucer are the perfect height to securely contain condiments, napkins, coasters, and cutlery. And of course, you can use the planter as a planter. Place the saucer underneath the planter, insert your umbrella, and add your plants. No need to fill the planter with dirt. Simply place the pots directly inside, creating a colorful addition to your outdoor table.
My favorite bundt pan is the one with the center hole. You'll soon see why. Are your cosmetics generally a mess too? I'm selecting a spray paint cap, then setting the bundt pan on top. I'm now placing my makeup brushes inside the center of the bundt pan. Now I'm gathering all my other everyday cosmetics and placing them in the rest of the bundt pan. And the end result is a super accessible and unique way to access all my favorite things. I love how easy it is to see each brush, and with all the products on display, it's an easy grab and go. My desk tends to get really cluttery with pens and papers and other office supplies, so here's a quick fix. Once again, the pan is being placed on top of the lid, then all the pens and pencils are being outfitted into the center of the pan. I now have a super handy and sturdy office caddy that is effortless to reach for whenever I need it in a jiffy. Plus it helps keep my keyboard area clean too. My bird feeder is currently using an ice cream pail lid to help keep the rain off. Let's make it look much cooler. So bye-bye ugly lid. I'm going to fill up the bird feeder first, so I'm placing the feeder on a tray, filling it up, then dumping the overage into the feeder. Now I'm replacing the top, then positioning the bundt pan over top of the feeder with a rounded side facing up. To protect the feeder top from rain, I'm cutting a tin foil pan's rim, poking a hole through it, then threading it through the feeder wire. Some small pieces of duct tape are being stuck around the hole to help waterproof it. Once hung, my bird feeder has the coolest roof in the land. The rainwater will run off, protecting the birds and the seed. Since the bundt pan has pretty rounded curves, I think it turns the plain feeder into a statement piece that chimes in well with my other galvanized gardening gear. Since my inflatable hot tub sits in the hottest part of my yard, here's a hack to keep it and me cooler during a hot sunny day. I'm positioning a bundt pan on top of the bottom part of an outdoor umbrella stand, then slipping the umbrella into the stand and opening it up. The bundt pan provides an instant shelf where I now have a place to stash pool chemicals and sunscreen, making them super accessible right beside the tub. Or instead, I can fill up the bundt pan with ice cubes so I have an instant mini bar right where I need it most. Or throw in your soda cans for an instant cooler. Here's an idea to keep an outdoor table protected from the sun while being productive and pretty as well. I'm placing a full wreath in the center of the table with the bundt pan on top, open sides facing up, then installing the umbrella. Next up, I'm loading the pan with snacks, a drink, and napkins for a super fun snack caddy that's pretty enough to host a garden party. The umbrella keeps everything cool so you can indulge in a few of your favorite things in a pretty garden setting. Here's how to make some task lighting instantly in a needed area in my workshop. I'm choosing a plant bracket that is long enough to clear my bundt pan. I'm now teaming up a ready-made hanging light cord outfitted with a switch and a light bulb that has a section that isn't glass. The light is being hung by twisting the cord around the plant bracket until it stays put. And I have myself a very funky shop light that is perfect to illuminate up this little area when I need the extra light. The shape of the bundt pan is so perfect as a lampshade, creating a very unique light. Plus, I can unwind the cord and simply move the light wherever I wish.